Bullhead Salvage Yard is where we start, and everyone is positioned for what they believe to be a controlled takeover. Reacher is positioned like a murder hawk in sniper mode, the ATF is prepared, and Beck Anthony Michael Hall is shifting uneasily in the dirt. Since it's an ambush, everything naturally goes awry after that. Bullets are flying everywhere and the ATF begins to fall like flies. Beck runs for safety. Clearly fed up with bureaucratic gaffes, Duffy, Sonia Cassidy, gets dressed and goes into the battle. In the meantime, Reacher starts cleaning the house, which is what Reacher does best. When Beck is about to be eliminated, our hero steps in with his weapons blazing and ensures that he survives to repent a few more things. Neagley, Maria Sten, has more time to continue scouting the actual party, the one at Beck's house, complete with hostage, dubious buyers, a decent lounge singer and probably hors d'oeuvres, after Reacher intercepts a backup text from one of Quinn's, Brian T., goons and sends a all clear instead. Reacher uses the smallest phone in the world to call Neagley and inform her of the next step in the plan. They will bring the trucks back to Beck's house as if nothing had happened. Neagley is also instructed by Reacher to leave Paulie to him. For Paulie's sake? He should bash that guy up, I see. Despite having no qualifications whatsoever, Roberto Montesinos' character, the modest King Villanueva, is doing his hardest to operate a truck. He is able to make it work. Quinn is amusing the purchasers inside the Beck home by acting like a shady Bond villain. As if she were a present, he even displays a picture of Teresa Daniel, Storm Steendon. Horrible. Reacher and one of Quinn's drivers are having a bit of a run-in back outside. He spares him, for a moment. Suggests that in order to survive he find some rope. Wait, no, instead he breaks his neck. Let's go. Reacher vs. Paulie is the main event when Paulie comes out to check the trucks that have been returned. It's more than simply a fight. After seeing these two, Godzilla and King Kong would decide to spend the night away. In the midst of Reacher's most perilous playdate, Neagley, Duffy, and Villanueva sneak into the Beck mansion by posing as waiters. Their objective? Avoid being shot by finding Teresa. Simple. Villanueva creates a new kind of plumbing-based murder after battling a thugs in the restroom. In the meantime, Beck is searching for his son Richard, played by Johnny Berchtold, in an attempt to free him before Quinn discovers that devotion is a one-way street. Back outside. Paulie dismisses Reacher's landing blows as if they were light prods. Nothing happens, not even a low blow. What on earth is the matter with him? Reacher gives the shovel a try. Paulie shatters it in two. We're not doing well. Reacher is slammed through a table by Paulie, who then places a heap of compost on top of him and presumes he is finished when he doesn't get up. False. He chains Reacher to the ground and turns to leave. Reacher isn't finished though. Obviously not. He gets himself free, picks up a rake and loses it. Gives Paulie a leg smack. In what seems to be the most iconic backyard fight ever, they both fall into the water. Reacher is drowned by Paulie. They are both pulled under by a wave, but Reacher comes back up and eventually lands a throat blow strong enough to send Paulie plummeting to the bottom. Thankfully, Paulie is no longer alive. Paulie is still alive. Like an evil swamp beast, he crawls back from the sea. We have now entered the realm of cartoons. The enormous chicken is shaken, as is Peter Griffin. In the guard shack, the battle continues. A monitor is smashed over Paulie's head by Reacher. Tries to use a machine gun to cut him down. Paulie picks it up. Reacher had capped the barrel because he was a genius. The firearm malfunctions. Paulie's neck is shot through. He's finished now. Perhaps. Please. While Quinn is escorting his buyers to a barn to conclude the deal, Duffy discovers a heavily drugged Teresa. One pervert sneaks away to attack Teresa, but Duffy catches him and shoots him in the dick and then the head. Efficiency. Meanwhile, Reacher storms the weapons warehouse and simply destroys the buyers, causing the camera to practically flinch. Quinn returns to find everything in ruins. Neagley pursues Quinn. Beck finds Richard and tries to confront Quinn with a fake gun, but fails and Quinn kills Beck, who dies in Richard's arms. Reacher follows Quinn around the house with a shotgun and righteous rage. When the Russians try to claim him as part of their deal, Reacher calls dibs first. Neagley, being Neagley, pulls the pin on a grenade and no one flinches. It works. The Russians bail and Neagley reveals it was a fake. We knew she was a smart cookie. She, Villanueva, and Duffy leave Quinn to Reacher. Quinn tries to talk his way out of it, but he says he doesn't even remember Reacher. Big mistake. Reacher says one name, Dominique Mariah Robinson. Reacher instructs Richard to grab a car, grab some cash and flee quickly the following morning. Richard feels grateful that he was able to witness his father's positive traits. Reacher simply nods and states that he searches down and puts an end to the negative rather than dwelling on it. Duffy announces her departure from the DA. They aren't meant to last, even if Reacher is the greatest man she has ever met. Because she hijacked his farewell speech, Reacher is nearly at a loss for words. They kiss one last time. Perfectly sweet and bitter. Reacher is eventually figured out by Neagley. He doesn't love the tiny man. He despises the large ones. The bullies. And he will continue to hunt them. Teresa and her grandmother get back together. Richard gets on the road. Reacher gets on Beck's motorcycle and disappears into the night. Another case is over. Another monster has been laid to rest. Reacher too? We're already on to the next one.